I recently sold this superb Nikon 80-200 2.8 AF lens. Unfortunately, the buyer had to return me since it wasn't compatible with the autofocus system on its D5300. So, in this video, we are going to talk about the different flavors of Nikon autofocus lenses and the compatibility issues that may arise from them. The first widely available autofocus system for Nikon camera is the Nikon AF. In order to save money, Nikon decided that the motor that will actuate the focusing ring in the lens will be placed in the body. That way, if one has one body and many lenses, one has to pay for only one motor. Later, as the price of motors went down, and with the development of ultrasonic motor, Nikon started to produce lenses that had a motor inside the lens. They are the AF-S lenses. Lately, Nikon stopped including motor in its lower entry DSLR. My customer had one of those cameras, while my lens relied on the motor from the body to autofocus. The lens would therefore not work with its body. To tell if your body has a motor, it's quite simple. Look on the lens mount. If you see a screwdriver-shaped shaft at the bottom of the mount, then your body has a motor and it can be used with the earlier Nikon AF lenses. If not, or if you're using a Nikon Z camera with an FTZ adapter ring, then you can only use Nikon AF-S lenses. Nikon AF-S lenses can be used on all Nikon autofocus bodies, film or digital. AF and AF-D lenses will work only with bodies that have a motor included. All AF lenses and AF-D can be used with manual focus bodies. The same can be said about EF-S lenses. However, take care, because if your lens has a G in its name, then it doesn't have an aperture ring, and therefore you need to have a way to set the aperture on your camera if you don't want to use your lens only at full aperture. And by the way, I'm going to blast a myth here. There is no difference whatsoever in terms of autofocus between an AF lens and an AF-D lens. But that would be for another video. The S in AF-S lens stand for silent, and those lenses are indeed very silent when focusing. On the other hand, AF lenses and AF-D lenses are much noisier when focusing, and that is perfectly normal. You will not believe the number of customers that returned AF lenses to me because they were too noisy, when the noise they were making was perfectly expected. For the sake of completion, I'm now going to mention the first Nikon AF system, the Nikon F3 AF. This system consists of a modified F3 body, a dedicated prism, and two lenses, a 80mm 2.8 and a 200mm 3.5. Those are very rare, and it's very unlikely that we will come across one of those without specifically looking for them. The lenses are only compatible with the Nikon F3 AF and the Nikon F4. They were sold only for a few years and were very expensive. They had their own motor included in the lens. And while we're on the subject of exotic autofocus system for Nikon, I will also mention the Nikon TC16A, the Nikon teleconverter with a superpower. It can turn a Nikon manual focusing lens into an autofocus lens thanks to some internal moving of lenses. Unfortunately, this works with only a limited number of lenses and even fewer bodies, even if you can find on the internet some hacks to use it on some modern DSLR. As you can see, Nikon autofocus compatibility is more complex than it should be. So research before investing your money into a new lens or a new camera body. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Please like the video, share it, and subscribe to my channel for more information about what to look for when you're buying or selling lenses.